Welcome to the stream. I actually just wanted to start off the stream a little bit different today. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while, but I actually want to start off with a little mini devotional. I think it's really important to just stick to my roots on a lot of things, and I've been having some really good conversations with some friends lately, and I really feel like I'm supposed to just stand firm and stand strong in keeping my stream and keeping my gaming with a focus on God and a focus on Jesus and loving others. And I feel like that's something that I've kind of fallen away from, just in whether it be just me trying to climb the ranks or whatever it may be. So I just wanted to actually share just what I was reading this morning when I woke up. And that was from this Facebook page called The Bible. And they start off with this quote that says, "The only relationship we need to have with this world is to be salt and light in the dark world." And then they post some verses. The first one is Romans 12:2. It says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will." And so this is kind of like where the idea of my stream comes in. I want, because my mind has been renewed, and because God has given me this vision for the stream to be able to help people and to support missionaries through the realm of gaming with gamers, coming alongside gamers. And I just believe that through that and by the renewing of my mind, that this is a way that I can test and approve what God's goodwill is, but also just a way to help transform society for his glory. It goes on to say, "Do not love the world nor the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the boastful pride of life is not from the Father, but is from the world." So the way that I usually interpret this is not that we can't enjoy things like video games, or that we can't enjoy going and hanging out with friends, or in my case, building a new computer, but that if we're enjoying, I guess, the presence of God above those things, and that we're willing to put him first in all that we do, that it's those things aren't necessarily a bad thing if they're helping us create relationships with our friends and hang out and relax and have a good time. I think those are things that God values. James 4:4 continues to say, "You adulterous people, don't you know that friendship with the world means enmity against God? Therefore, anyone who chooses to be a friend of the world becomes an enemy of God." So what does that mean, to be a friend of the world? Does that mean that we need to just seclude ourselves and just only hang out with other Christians? I don't tend to think so myself. Hey, what's going on, Carl? Just going over mini devotional before I jump in. So I don't think that it means we have to give everything up, but more so that it's that what we're doing isn't out of just pure greed, pure selfishness per se. And then Mark 7 verse 8 says, "But in vain do they worship me, teaching as doctrines the precepts of men, neglecting the commandment of God. You hold to the tradition of man." He was also saying to them, "You are experts at setting aside the commandment of God in order to keep your tradition." And so this is another hard one to reconcile, I think, for a lot of Christian gamers. They let's just read that again. "But in vain do they worship me, teaching as doctrines the precepts of men, neglecting the commandment of God. You hold to the tradition of men." He was also saying to them, "You are experts at setting aside the commandment of God in order to keep your tradition." So in this case, I don't think that's what I'm doing, because in this case, I felt like this was something that God wanted me to do. I very earnestly felt that in prayer. that the stream was in order to help people and have a good time and show that you can be a Christian and a gamer at the same time, and that that's okay. And that it's not about keeping a tradition of selfishness. It's not about keeping a tradition of glorifying ourselves, but it's actually taking that commandment of God. God commanded us two things. He said to love God and love each other, love your neighbor. He said love your God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love your neighbor. And so I think by being a Christian gamer, that this is one of the ways that that we can actually honor those commandments of God. And instead of bringing negativity into games and just talking crap about other people and stuff, that we can actually, show good sportsmanship. Even things like that, small things like that are important and help the community. And I don't think any gamer, Christian or not, would disagree with